Good morning, everybody. What's going down, everybody? So check it out, dude. It's another absolutely amazing day out here today. So this morning, we're gonna jump out here, 09 Hemi Ram, pop the throttle body off, give it a good clean, and put it back on there. So as we all know, I just got done doing the throttle body on my parents' or DIY dad's 06 Acura TL with the 3.2 liter V6 VTEC. Now, I did have a comment yesterday. The gentleman's looking for an update. I'll call DIY Dad today, see what he says. I'll drop a video and let y'all know how it's doing. But besides all that, dude, we're gonna jump out of the truck. I already got the air nozzle off the top of the throttle body, not the intake, the throttle body. And I took a look and it does look pretty bad. So let's jump out here to the truck, jump right into this and get this show on the road. Out here at the truck now, man. Like I stated, we're getting right into it. So I took my air intake duct off and I was looking at my IAT, which is your intake air temperature sensor, which is right here on the back of your hose. So I was looking inside here, man. Let me see if I can't get a good shot with the sun. You can't really see it. There it is. You see the little blue dot right there? So that's your IAT, your intake air temperature sensor. So it looks pretty clean, and that's something you want to check while you're in here. Now, let me climb up on this truck here. So I was looking down in my throttle body here, and you can see the film here. Look, I'll wipe my finger on there and then you can see it. You can actually see it on the finger. And then if I push it open, look at that. So we're gonna get into taking this off. First things first, these are 5/16. These here are 8mm, and I believe there's 4 of them. So there's one on each corner, right? Disconnect your battery first because you're gonna unplug your throttle body. So we're gonna get through all that, dude. I'll click y'all on. We'll go through the process of taking this thing off real quick, and then we'll take it to Bill's garage and get it cleaned up. Here we go. So your bolts on your battery are 10mm. I just give me a 10 wrench, right? Once it's loose, we'll pop it off. We're gonna put it over to the side like that. We don't want it touching while that throttle body is disconnected. So then we're gonna pull our lock back, right? And then be gentle, push down and be gentle. These throttle body clips, man, they get real sensitive, right? And when they do, buddy, I'm telling you, man, they will break real quick. Like real quick. I'm trying to do this one-handed. Sorry about the camera going everywhere. And then just depress your tab right here on the back, like that. You'll hear it click, and then slide it off. Check your plug. Dude, that plug looks pretty good. Now we'll check this one once we get the throttle body off. So we're gonna take that, push it out of the way. I mean, I came prepared today, guys. Got my 8mm here, right? And then nice and gentle. It is aluminum threads. Look, they're not even that tight, which I'm sure they're not gonna be. I mean, they just screw into plastic with like brass fittings or something. I'll show y'all once we get it off of here. So y'all know me, I'm gonna loosen all 4 of them up at one time. Pull my ratchet off of there, climb back up on the front of this truck. This thing sets up so high. And then we're just gonna run them out of there. See, they're real coarse threaded aluminum. They're actually aluminum. These are actually aluminum, which I don't really agree with, but hey, it is what it is. Same here. I mean, super simple. Make sure to pull your bolts out, set them somewhere you won't lose them, or they won't, you know, roll off the front of the truck. Just like that. That's all 4 of them. And then just be gentle. It should come right up. See? And then you can also check your O-ring right there. And look at the back side of that, dude. That thing is filthy. So I'm gonna get me a lint-free rag. Do not ever stick anything but a lint-free rag in here. You do not want lint getting down in there. We're gonna wipe off, look at this. Look at this. That's oil. So it must be burning a little bit of oil. You know, we're getting close to 200,000 miles. So I will get a rag and wipe all this out. But besides that, let's take this throttle body to Bill's garage and get it cleaned up and get it slapped back on here. So before we get over to Bill's garage and clean that throttle body up, I wanted to look down in here. Look, it looks kind of moist, fellas. I want to try to wipe my finger in there and see. Look at that, dude. So with that, let's see if we can't get this light to sit right there. I have my lint-free rag. This is the same one we cleaned DIY Dad's throttle body with. So we just want to look at that. Look at that, dude. I mean, it wipes up pretty good. So I'm gonna get some throttle body cleaner, put on this rag. We'll wipe this up. I'll give you another shot of it before we bolt the throttle body back up. But we're gonna jump to Bill's garage. So I had some throttle body and air intake cleaner left over from DIY Dad's car. So that's what we're gonna go with. So you can see it in the sun, dude. It is filthy, man. So let's get into this. I mean, look at that, dude. And that's just spraying it out. That's not even wiping it. So like I've stated, I did a throttle body video on my 03 Hemi Ram. You do not want to spray anything in your connector or any of this. That's your electronic. This is actually your throttle positioning sensor. It's electronic, but that's what it is. So refrain from spraying that. So we're just gonna spray it out real good, and we're gonna take our rag, and we're gonna hose our rag down, right? Lint-free, always lint-free. And then let's see what kind of polish we can get on this thing. I didn't realize it was so bad. Shame on me for that. The good thing is it's not in as bad shape as DIY Dad's, but it's not in good shape. You know what I mean? So we're just gonna keep spraying until we get it as clean as we would like it. And then we'll jump to the back side and do the back side. I did show y'all that intake. I wiped it out. It wasn't too terribly dirty. I mean, you gotta understand it is plastic, so it's gonna be dark from the get-go. All right, look at that front side, dude. It's like night and day. Look at this though. I'm looking at them scratches right there, dude. I don't like that, man. That's not cool. Somebody has had a screwdriver or something in there. I mean, it's actually rough, guys. I can feel it grabbing my finger right there. So we're gonna give it one more good wipe down, and then we're gonna jump to the back side of it, guys. I mean, we're trying to get every bit we can out of here. We want the truck to run as good as possible. So here's the back side. Wow. I'm just gonna give it a wipe down, and then we'll look at it and we'll go from there. I mean, you can already see the difference just from a little wipe down like that. So I'm gonna finish cleaning this up. Look, I mean, we got all that. Look at this. You can tell it's all carbon. Look at how clean it is now. So I'm gonna clean the rest of this up. I'll give y'all a shot of it before we put it back on the truck. I'll give you a shot of the intake where I wiped it out, and then we'll get this party wrapped up, man. Well, we got it all cleaned up, man. I'm gonna have to tell you, dude, it took me almost 30 minutes to get this thing clean. So here's the front side. This would be the side you would see when it's sitting on the engine. And then there's the back side, dude. So it was absolutely filthy. If you go back to the first of the video, you'll see when I first pulled it off how dirty it was. And then let me climb up here on top of this truck. Like I stated, dude, it sits way up here. I'm gonna turn my light on. So I wiped this out as good as I could, right? So it looks pretty good. I wiped off my O-ring right here, cleaned all that up. So we're gonna get this thing bolted up, and then we'll fire the truck up and see what we got, man. So just give me a second. I'm gonna set y'all down, click you back on, and we're gonna record this. And like I stated here, I thought they had brass inserts in them, but it does not, man. The throttle body screws right into your plastic intake. So that's another reason why you don't want to get real crazy on it. And you can also see your dowel pin right here. So if you look on the back of your throttle body right there, that's for it to line up, just like this. So it sits on the truck. Let me get my hands on it right here. Just like so. And you want to make sure that your little pin lines up. There's actually two of them. I can't do this with one hand. So there's one here and one there. And then if you look on the back side of your throttle body here, there's one there and one there. And those will line up. And once they line up, you know your throttle body's sitting on there right, and then we'll bolt it up. So line your two dowel pin holes up. You know it's gonna sit on the truck. Your plug's gonna face to the driver's side. So set it down on there. It's pretty easy to line up your front dowel pin. And then when it's sitting on there, guys, like always, get all of them started before you tighten any of them down, right? And then you're gonna do it just like a tire. You wanna tighten this up in a star pattern. I really don't know if it matters or not. That's just how I get down. So we're gonna go with what we know. And then I always run them in, so you gotta understand something. You're screwing into plastic. So it's not the same principle as screwing into a metal thread. So if it's a little bit tight, okay. But no matter what, you shouldn't have to get your ratchet to spin them down to where they're touching like that, right? You should be able to do it by hand. Because I promise you, dude, I promise you, you do not want to strip out one of them pieces of plastic. I mean, that's pretty much a new intake right there. And then when you tighten them down, star pattern, right? And then just snug them up. So it's not a big deal, you know, you can always check them. You can come back in a week, 2 weeks, something like that, check them. Once you get it tightened down, just go with it, right? Nothing crazy. I'm not torquing these down. I'm just getting them tight enough to where it feels like it's nice and secure. And there it is, man. I mean, as simple as that. Plug this in. Oh yeah. Make sure it goes all the way on there, guys. Get that ratchet set there. You want it to go all the way on there. Right? If it ain't on there, it ain't on there. If it don't click, it's not on there, man. There, you heard it click? I did, but it still don't seem like it's on there all the way. It's not. Oh, yeah. So it's gonna take a little bit. It's a sealed connection, right? You wanna make sure that it's on there good and that it clicks. And now it's fighting me and it's being a pain, but they normally are. You'll know you have it on there all the way because your lock will slide forward. And if your lock doesn't slide forward, you got to get it to go up a little bit more. Ow. I mean, that's, see how it's not on there? I might actually, let me go grab my gloves real quick, fellas. All right, man, we got them gloves. So let's get this thing snapped on there. I mean, it takes max effort, guys. And don't give up, it'll go on there. See, Once your lock slides forward all the way, you're in. If it doesn't slide forward all the way, right, then it's not in. And then try to pull it back off. See how it don't come off? So we're in, baby, we're in. We're in all the way. Thank God for that, dude. That thing was a pain. We just want to make sure, dude. I want to make sure that thing does not come off of there. So pull on it. Make sure it don't come loose. We're good to go. So I'm going to hook my battery back up. I am going to leave my intake air temperature sensor undone. All right, because I'm going to fire it up without the intake air duct on there. So we're going to put that back on there. Man, my nose is running like crazy. It's like chilly and warm. Kind of odd. Good old Texas weather. Keep sniffling it up. That ain't too appealing. So there it is, man. Let me grab this light. Gotta move this light. Let me grab my keys. And then we're gonna get this bad boy fired up. I'm gonna let it sit here and run for a second. We're gonna talk about one more thing, and then we're gonna end this video. Okay, man, we got the keys. I got my battery on there nice and tight. I went ahead and put my air intake duct back on there so I could plug my intake air temperature sensor. So let's get over here and fire this up. See what it sounds like, man. This is the first run of the day. We're at 182,507. Here we go. Ooh. So there it is, man. That actually sounds really nice. So with that, man, like I stated, I wanted to talk about something else. So I've seen a lot of videos and I've read a lot of things about not cleaning the electronic throttle body on your Hemi Ram. So a lot of people are like, hey, just go down and replace it. Dude, at $350, right? Versus $10 or $11 a can of throttle body cleaner, man, I'm gonna give it a try. So as long as you make sure to disconnect your battery, right? And do everything, all your proper procedures, pull it out. And when you get it out and you're cleaning it and you're holding your flap open, don't get crazy, don't bend it. Because if you bend it, it's gonna cause an issue. So with that being stated, man, for all you guys out there with Hemi Rams, and you have dirty throttle bodies, and you see all these videos, and you hear all these things about don't cleaning them, it's gonna mess your truck up. It won't run right. Man, I got news for you, big dog. That's not it, man. So we're gonna hop out of the truck right now because it's running. Right, we just seen, did I clean the throttle body? Right, no replacement. So, I don't know about y'all, but it sure seems to run pretty good. So I don't know where these people get off saying that you can't clean them or that you shouldn't clean them. Now, with all that being stated, dude, this is how you clean the throttle body on your 09 Hemi Ram. So with all that, keep living the dream. Doing y'all's thing. Like and subscribe. Always drop your boy a comment. And I'm glad y'all stuck around to see what was going down in Bill's garage.